Hello, good morning. Welcome to CSC with Michael. Welcome back after one day of break where we haven't had newspaper. So I believe that you use that day for productive purposes, for good. Like you read some of the articles that you had pending in the last day, or you read some of the topics that you studied in the last day but couldn't complete according to the schedule. So whenever you get an off day or a Sunday, it's an opportunity for you to catch up and make that schedule right again, like without any dependency, without missing out on any topic. So always make sure that you follow a schedule based on that you have created already. So if something is missing, if you couldn't finish something, perhaps I believe you can keep that for a Sunday or some other off day, so in order to keep that schedule going well and good. So yeah, I believe you did that yesterday. Now let's see. Today's newspaper is on the lighter side, I guess. Mostly the topics are superficial, like certain concepts are there, that's it. But on the whole, we'll be able to finish today's newspaper real quick. Okay, so if you look at it, let's say Rasi tradition and Kedarnath. That's the two news that we have here. So just look at what this Kedarnath location is. Place it in your map, and then it's talk about Adi Shankara, and look into who Adi Shankara is, Adi Shankara and Bhakti movement, and what is the role of Adi Shankara in Hinduism, the idea of non-dualism or Vedanta, not Vedanta, non-dualism, yeah, look into that, or monotheism, which is it. So look into that. Then what else? Nothing much here in the first page. Baki ellam routine news and stubble burning. Okay, I'm just introducing you to the issue of stubble burning. എന്താണ് stubble burning എന്നുള്ളത് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയണമെന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് stubble burning എന്ന് നോക്കുക, അതിൻ്റെ റീജിയൻ ഒന്ന് നോക്കുക, where the stubble burning is happening, and also study the impact between stubble burning and air pollution in North India. Okay, do that. Now we move into the editorial page as it is. Yeah. So cost of prohibition, some substance abuse and death has happened last day in Bihar. It has been happening. Bihar 2016 sometime onwards, like there is total prohibition on liquor, and thus illegal liquor is commonplace in that area. So it's just look into how prohibition is not a right policy as far as substance abuse or preventing alcoholism is concerned. So this is a small article, just read into it. We don't have much of direct impacts of alcoholism in our syllabus, so it is not considered very important, but still you can just read that. WHO's approval of Bharat Biotech must prioritize global supply. Again, read that. What is Bharat Biotech, what is Covaxin, what is the COVAX initiative, and how groups such as COVAX did that, and how this can like what influence the world, or what can Covaxin provide for the world. Not more than that. Again, that's a relatively lesser of important article. Now charting a trade route after MC12. Now this is the first time I believe in our discussions WTO is featuring in a major way. So I guess we have to do a WTO basics understanding, right? Okay, so we'll say what is WTO, why WTO, its basic details, basic concepts. Okay, all this should be looked into. Like there are different concepts like subsidies regulation, then there is IPR regulation, etc. So look into that basic concept. This is for prelims as well as for mains. Okay, now as far as mains alone is concerned, you have different other topics like the relevance of WTO, how successful it is in general, and for developing countries specifically. Okay, that could be studied. And then you have issues and way forward for WTO. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ WTO പല പ്രശ്നങ്ങളൊന്നും ഫേസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനാണ്. നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്ന അത്രയൊരു എഫിഷ്യൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സക്സസ് സ്റ്റോറി അല്ല WTO. സോ അത് നമുക്ക് നോക്കണം, ഇഷ്യൂസ് ആൻഡ് വേ ഫോർവേഡ്. ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ നോക്കുക. WTO ഈസ് വെരി വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ടോപ്പിക് ആസ് ഫാർ ആസ് ബോത്ത് പ്രിലിംസ് ആൻഡ് മെയിൻസ് ആർ കൺസേൺ. മെയിൻസിലും പ്രിലിംസിലും ഒക്കെ in 1 or 2 years there are questions every year. So read that. So there are different things that we are looking into in here. MC12 endana that you have to see, and then Marrakesh agreement, that is a keyword. Look into that. All right. Then statistics are there. Fisheries, e-commerce industry. E-commerce has become a real big issue under WTO's discussion these days. So again read that. What is India's industry? Okay, so in an Indian perspective, Indian point of view, we have to study all these things. So that is also key point. Right time for India to have its own climate law. So it talks about the need to have a climate law. അത് ഒന്ന് വായിക്കുക. ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്നുണ്ട് എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്, വാട്ട് ആർ ദ ലാബ്സ് ആൻഡ് ലോസ്, ഇപ്പോൾ ഉള്ള ലോസും എങ്ങനെയാണ് ക്ലൈമറ്റ് ചേഞ്ചിനെ സഫിഷ്യൻ്റ് അല്ലാത്ത. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ എൻവയോൺമെൻറ്റ് ആക്ട് ഉണ്ട്, വാട്ടർ പ്രൊട്ടക്ഷൻ ആക്ട് ഉണ്ട്, ഫോറസ്റ്റ് ആക്ട് ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഇത് ക്ലൈമറ്റ് ചേഞ്ച് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞതിൻ്റെ ഫുൾ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ ഒരു ഇൻ്റർഡിസിപ്ലിനറി ആയിട്ട് ഡീൽ ചെയ്യാൻ കേപ്പബിൾ അല്ല. സോ വാട്ട് വി ഹാവ് ടു ഡു അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ്, ദാറ്റ്സ് വാട്ട് ദി ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ സേസ്. So there's a couple of suggestions: create a commission tracking carbon footprint, need for accountability. So read all that. This could be a question in this year or the next year in mains, because as it goes, like as the debate for a law creeps up again and again, you will be tended to see more article on that. The questions set in alkar, they will also be seeing these articles, and eventually there is a chance for a question on climate law. So go through that. Look into what's best practices. Okay, and that's one extra thing I can do. It's not mentioned here. Best practices across the world. Okay, ഏതൊരു രാജ്യങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓൾറെഡി ഉണ്ടോ, how good they are, what is the utility, etc. can be studied. Now ഇതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഇഷ്യൂ, but no need to read that. It's like a regional news. Then again, Kerala to Kentrapara, you can take this as like what, a case study, an example you can take, not more than that again. So these all pages are fully political news these today. See, there's nothing more for us to read. Yeah, now that we have this Goa Maritime Conclave, look into that. What is the purpose of it? Are an organization in the purpose that all things need to be done. Now martial moves, Nihang, who are Nihangs, what is Gatka? Okay, this is Sikh martial art. ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ പ്രിലിംസ് കൾച്ചർ പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവിൽ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. UPSc ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഈ ഫോട്ടോസിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ബൈ ദ വേ ദിസ് സിഖ് ലൈക്ക് ഗട്ക ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് മാർഷൽ ആർട്ട് ആസ് ഫാർ ആസ് സിഖ്സ് ആർ കൺസേൺ. സോ വി ക്യാൻ കൺസിഡർ ദാറ്റ് in a while, like whenever these kind of photos come in, right, for prelims. Now we have Zika virus. What is Zika virus? Very important for prelims. Okay, again this is for prelims, not for mains as such. I think that's mostly the parts of newspaper today. One or two articles here. Yeah, fiscal gap. What is fiscal gap? You have to understand that. For today, understand what is fiscal gap. That's it. In the coming days, we may take up something more. What is Starling? Again, Starling endana ennu nokkanam. That's it for today. Like that's what I said. Like most of the articles are very shallow articles. Like we have to just understand what is that. That's it. Okay. In that context, we'll conclude today's activities. Either note on Dhaka, we can make a note. I think the better article today to make a note is on. Hold on. It will be on WTO. It will take a lot of time for you to make a note on WTO, because all these dimensions are really നല്ല breadth ഉള്ള നല്ല depth ഉള്ള dimensions ആണ്, relevance issues എല്ലാം. So I think you can make notes slowly. You can make one of these notes with basic contents today for mains. I only suggest making notes for mains. I don't suggest making elaborative notes for prelims, but go through that, and we'll take another 1 or 2 days where WTO is again repeated, and then we'll finish the note. Okay, for now take it lightly. All right, have a good day.